Hello, beautiful beings. Hi, friends. My name is Hannah, and today I have a really powerful video for you all on the ego. This is a topic that is near and dear to my heart, as all these topics are about twin flames and healing, etc., that I create. But this one is particularly interesting, and I feel this is a really powerful message I needed to get out. This was something I'm like, yes, I need to make this video. I felt really called to. And I really wanted to touch on today, what the ego really is, truly from a divine perspective, the truth of what is ego. I know there's there's a lot of talk about the ego, ego deaths, ego beliefs, etc. And so let's get really, really clear on that today, on what exactly is the ego, what does it do, and yeah, how to overcome the ego, how to kill it, and no longer align with it whatsoever. So the ego, first and foremost, is not real. It is an illusion. It is an illusion that is something you are not, because truth is you are a divine being. You are a divine being made of love, created of God, and the ego is that thing that shields you from seeing who you truly are. So the ego is something that it feels like it has a lot of power because you give it power. But if you refuse to, and if you stop giving the ego power, it has none, because only love is real. It says this in A Course in Miracles. I say this all the time on this channel. Only love is real, and the ego cannot stand up to love. The ego is actually very afraid of love, but love does not even know the ego exists. Like, love doesn't even see it. And so when you align yourself with love and you release these egoic patterns and egoic beliefs in your life, the ego is going to want to scream, it's going to want to fight, it's going to want to shout, it's going to want to tell you, no, come back to me, come back to me. But if you continue going deeper into love and deeper into loving yourself with the mirror exercise that we teach here, the ego is going to dissolve. And so a more grounded perspective, okay, what is the ego? The ego are those thoughts that say, I'm not good enough. I'm not divine. I can't do this. I'm unworthy. I'm not abundant. I can't have all my good. All of these thoughts that are in opposition to the truth of love, because love says you are divine, you are worthy, you are capable of achieving everything, of having all of your dreams, of having your ultimate love of loves, of creating a life of heaven for yourself. And the ego says, haha, no, that's not possible for you. Why would you listen to love? Come listen to me. It's like that little the devil and the angel on your shoulder. Like, love is the angel and the ego is literally the devil. The ego is the belief in separation, the belief that you are separate from God. It is the veil that you put over yourself to think that you're not one with your creator, you're not one with God, you're not one with your twin flame. So really, the ego does not exist. It does not exist unless you give power to it. And when you give power to it, you create fear. You create these illusions, because fear is just an illusion. You create these illusions of separation from God and separation from your divine self. And when you believe what the ego is telling you, you don't always hear the truth of love. When you believe that you are unworthy and not good enough, and you embody those beliefs, the truth of love, you're going to laugh at, because you're going to say, no way, like, that's not possible. And that's why I felt really called to speak on this today, because so many people that talk about twin flames, that are on this twin flame journey, that are opposed to twin flames, that don't want to believe in twin flames, that are struggling on their twin flame journey, they're really just struggling with the ego. And it's something that you can easily simply let go of. You can let go of the ego. And how you can do this most effectively is whenever you are feeling upset. So whenever you are triggered, whenever the ego is speaking in your ears and telling you can't do something or can't have something or aren't good enough or worthy or any of that crap, whenever that is coming up for you, go do the mirror exercise, because the mirror exercise takes these egoic thoughts, take these upsets, take these things that don't feel good, and it puts love in that place. I have a whole video on this if you would like to check it out, but that is how you can purify the ego. And purifying the ego really means releasing all negative beliefs, all limitations, everything that is out of alignment with love and your true self and your divinity. And when you do this, you align with who you really are at the core, which is not the ego. You are not the ego. You don't even have an ego. You just believe you have an ego, okay? Seriously, you don't have one. You are simply a divine child of God. And the ego is that shade that is put over you, and those thoughts that you think you are something that you are not, but you are not. You are not ego. You are love. You are divinity. You are grace. You are beauty. You are the essence of creation. You are absolute perfection. And yeah, the ego is really something that's, it's going to, as you love yourself. Okay, so this is a really good point I want to make, and this is something I was leading up to. So as you love yourself, as you do the mirror exercise, as you make new choices to align with love, as you start aligning with your twin flame union and healing separation, the ego is going to come crawling up to you and saying, hey, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to believe what I'm telling you? Are you sure you want to believe in love? Are you sure about that? It's going to want to put its claws into you and say, come back to my side. Come back to the side of pain and suffering. Isn't it so much more comfortable over here? Aren't you so much more comfortable in pain and suffering and squalor and hatred and all of that stuff? That is what the ego is going to say. And you can literally look at these thoughts and look at this ego and say, no, thank you. I choose to not even acknowledge you or see you, because I'm going to direct myself back to love. I'm going to see the truth of love now. I am going to align myself with love, align myself with the divinity, align with myself with who I truly am at my core, because I'm done suffering. I'm done messing around with the ego. I'm done playing with the illusion of separation. No, thank you. If an ego thought comes into your mind, like, I don't know, like, oh, I don't even want to get out of bed today. What do I have to get up for? Like, why can't I just sleep the whole day away? Like, what is my life even worth? Like, snap out of that. Snap that thought away from you. What does love say? What is love telling you? Seriously, like, think, what would love say to you? Feel into your heart and say, what would love say? And in this situation, love would probably say to you, my sweet child, my beautiful, beautiful soul, my divine, divine child of God. You have a beautiful day ahead of you. You have a wonderful, miraculous day ahead. You have a gift of another day. What would you like to do? Would you like to paint? Would you like to draw? Would you like to go on a walk with me? Would you like to go to the pet store and look at puppies? Would you like to drive down to the water and watch the waves crash on the sand? What would you like to do today, my child? That is the truth of who you are. That voice for love and for truth, that is you. You are not the thoughts and the feelings that are saying you are unworthy and not good enough and have nothing to live for or can't achieve your goals. You are the powerful one here, not the ego. The ego is nothing. It is literally nothing. It is scum on your shoe, but it's not even that, because it's nothing, okay? Seriously. So when you are getting close to a breakthrough, these thoughts are going to come up. Ego's going to try and pull you back. Do not let it. Do not let the ego pull you back into separation and into lies and illusion. Claim your love here. Claim your divinity. Use the mirror exercise to move through whatever's coming up for you. And the ego is just going to literally fade away back to the non-existent land of non-existent crap that it lives on. You know, like, it's not going to be there. Because once you bring the light of love to the ego, like, it's insane to believe it. The ego is truly insane. Anyone that tells you differently has no idea what they're talking about, okay? The ego is insanity. It's insanity. Because love is what's real. Love is truth. Love is the only thing that is real. Love is the only thing that is truth. Okay? So you can only believe in love and you'll be safe. You'll be okay. You'll be happy. You'll be joyful. You'll be living a life of dreams. And the last thing I want to mention about the ego is that the ego cannot really create anything in your life. Because the second that you bring love to it and you make a choice for love, it crumbles. You know, so many people build their lives on these egoic beliefs, whether it be they marry the wrong person out of ego for, for money or for fame or for power or for looks or for whatever, whether they have a job that they are doing that's really feeding their ego and giving them so much egoic food, like they're just living in their ego all the time, like whatever it is, like that's always going to crumble, because the only part of you that is eternal and that lasts forever is the love part of you. You know, like that's the only part of you. So when you align yourself with the only part of you that you are and let go of the parts of you that aren't even real or true, you're unstoppable. You can create anything. You can do anything with your life because you're that powerful. You are such a powerful divine being and a divine child of God. I cannot say that enough. I love you. I am so grateful for you to support this channel and to be here. I just felt like really passionate in this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I think that, yeah, a lot came through. Like, a lot was channeled through for you guys. So I hope that it resonated for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know any questions that you have about the ego. Keep going back to the mirror exercise whenever you have an upset, something that upsets you, frustrates you, hurts your feelings, blah, blah, blah. Oh, last thing. The ego is the only thing that can be actually hurt. You can never be hurt. So when you are upset, when you do feel offended, when you do feel something hurt or painful inside of yourself, that's your ego. And that's why love can go to that place with the mirror exercise and heal it and return you back to your loving, divine self. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So thanks guys for watching. Like I said, I love you. Thanks for being here. Keep going. You're doing great. You're doing the work. And if you'd like to work with me personally on dissolving your ego once and for all, no more ego, no more separation, only love, and only twin flame union, you can schedule an introductory session with me. It should be at the link in our bio on this page. We can also go to yoursoulunion.com, and I would love to meet with you and love to support you on your journey all the way to your harmonious twin flame union. So feel free to check that out. Bye, you guys. See you in the next one. Namaste.